8:25, coming at you live from the exercise bike. With me as always, my co-host Phil. As you can see, Phil is completely spiraling. When I left him last night, he was in that same spot with that same economy-sized box of Lucky Charms, the same copy of The Plague, and he's still there now. And look, I get it. This is a difficult time for so many. And if you're someone like Phil, who, as you all know, struggles already with feelings of depression and anxiety, this is just going to bring all that to the surface. So all I can really offer to Phil is my inspiration. I can be the beacon of light for him. I'm on the bike, and he's absorbing that energy. That's a physics principle. I'm an amateur physicist. It's too hard to explain, but you're going to have to take my word for it. In the meantime, pump-up song of the day. Don't Stand So Close to Me. The Police. And I gotta tell you that Sting is really a visionary, because I think that he knew decades before any of us did that there was gonna be a time when none of us would really want anyone to, stand so close to us. And, Sting also, he wrote the song, If You Love Someone, Set Them Free. It's a little known fact that what he wanted to call that song was, if you love someone, stay the fuck away from them. And he got a lot of pushback from the studio, but I think he knew that we would eventually be in a time that was really what was called for by all of us, to stay the fuck away from the people we love. And that's gonna bring us to our number one point. I'm here to offer you some guidance and some support, suggestions for how to navigate this really difficult terrain. And, number one is, frankly, if you love someone, stay the fuck away from them. We're living in a time when, as much as we like to come together as a people, the best thing we can do for one another is to stay apart, in order to avoid completely overwhelming our healthcare system and our healthcare workers, to avoid getting the elderly and the immunocompromised sick. Even if you're not worried about yourself, you could be a danger to others, who really wish that they had internalized this idea, because the idea of social distancing was actually floated way back when the Donner Party realized that they were going to be stuck out in those woods for a while. Someone said maybe the best thing for the group would be if we all kind of went our own ways, and that idea was shot down, and there were certain members of that group who lived to regret that they didn't get on board with that, as I think many of us will. So that's number one. If you love someone, stay the fuck away from them, unless you live with them, in which case try not to kill them. Number two, and it's right here on my shirt, be nice. Whoever you are, if you're watching this video, I can guarantee that you have it better than someone else right now, because A, you have access to a device to watch this on, and B, you have access to one of the greatest thinkers and inspirational speakers of our time. So what I'm going to call on you, what I'm going to dare you to do right now, is to try to come out of your own difficulty and see how can you be of service to someone else during this time, because that's really how we're all going to get through it, by helping each other. If you have the money to spare, give it to a food bank or to one of these groups that's coming together to support workers who are out of jobs right now. If you don't have the money to spare, reach out to a friend who's feeling anxious. Try to give them a laugh. Do a virtual workout video with someone who can't get out of bed. Offer to go buy groceries for someone who's elderly, but don't call them elderly, because elderly people don't really like being called elderly, in my experience. Phil, by the way, he's 80. He's no spring chicken. He's 84 in human years. I've been buying all his groceries. Not the Lucky Charms. He must have gotten those through some back channel. So that's number two. Be nice. Help each other. This is really, it's a time when people can come together and be of service to one another. And number three, and this is going to be a radical idea in this the most difficult of moments, but I want you to stay positive. I want you to stay pumped. And I want you to eat protein in carefully rationed portions, just in case we can't get to a supermarket, all day.